March the 24th, 2015. It's a sunny morning in Barcelona, Spain. Germanwings Flight 9525 is scheduled to fly from Barcelona El Prat Airport, Spain to Düsseldorf Airport, Germany. The aircraft involved is a 24-year-old Airbus A320-211, serial number 147, registered as TX. It made its first flight on the 29th of November 1990 and was delivered to Lufthansa on the 5th of February 1991. The aircraft was leased to Germanwings from 1st of June 2003 until mid-2004, then returned to Lufthansa on the 22nd of July 2004 and remained with the airline until it was transferred to Germanwings again on the 31st of January 2014. The aircraft had accumulated about 58,300 flight hours on 46,700 flights. The pilot in command is Captain Patrick Sandenheimer, 34 of age. Has 10 years of flying experience with 6,000 flight hours flying A320s for Germanwings, Lufthansa and Condor. Beside him is the co-pilot Andreas Liebitz, 27 of age. He joined Germanwings in September 2013, and he has 630 flight hours of experience. 144 passengers and 6 crew members get on board. Most of the people flying are from Germany and Spain, drawn by the airline's low fares. This includes a group of German high school students who have just finished a cultural exchange. Opera singer Maria Adna, who just completed a string of performances in Spain, is also on board, traveling with her husband and her young son. The flight's scheduled departure time was 9:35. The flight took off from runway 07R at 10:01 am and was due to arrive at Düsseldorf Airport by 11:39. It is a routine takeoff on an ordinary Tuesday morning. Just after 10 am, aircraft 9525 gets airborne. The flight is heading northeast over the Gulf of Lion towards the French Alps. It should be in Düsseldorf in just over 2 hours. At 10:30, the plane reaches its cruising altitude at 38,000 feet. Air traffic control direct to the IMA waypoint clears the flight. The aircraft crosses the Spanish airspace and enters French territory. If you need to go to the bathroom, now your chance. Good idea, I think I will go. As Captain Sandenheimer is leaving the cockpit, he asks the co-pilot Liebitz to take over the radio communications. Liebitz then adjusts the autopilot's altitude selector to 100 feet. He initiates an open descent at the aircraft's maximum operational airspeed to descend rapidly. 4 min later, the controller in Marseille notices something odd. Marseille Center, Germanwings, Marseille. Confirm what cruising altitude you're cleared for. Flight 9525 is descending without approval. Marseille Center, Germanwings, this is Marseille. Do you read me? The plane is dropping steadily. In just minutes it's lost 10,000 feet and is descending towards the Alps. Captain Sandenheimer tries to return to the flight deck, but he is unable to enter. Captain Sandenheimer, Liebitz. Marseille Center, Germanwings, this is Marseille. Come in, please. There is no response whatsoever. The control center is in emergency mode. Captain Sandenheimer attempts to establish communication with Liebitz by using the aircraft intercom. However, there is still no response. Captain Sundenheimer, Lubitz. Open the door, let me in. Marseille Center, Germanwings, this is Marseille. Come in, please. Other aircraft nearby are instructed to try and contact the flight, including a French military Mirage jet that was scrambled from the Orange Caritat Air Base to intercept the aircraft. But they receive no response. With Captain Sundenheimer locked out, he attempts to breach into the cockpit using the aircraft crash axe. However, due to the 9/11 incident, cockpit doors have been redesigned to be built with Kevlar to prevent unauthorized access. At this point, passengers become alarmed at the situation. Captain Sundenheimer, for God's sake, open the door. Open this damn door. Captain Sundenheimer, Lubitz, listen to me. Marseille Center, Germanwings, this is Marseille. Do you read me? The plane has dropped to 6,175 feet. The towering mountains loomed closer. It's been 10 min with no radio contact, which seemed like an eternity for controllers. At 10:40 the plane is now too low to be detected by radar. Germanwings 9525 crashes into the remote commune of Prades-Haute-Plaine, 100 kilometers northwest of Nice. The seismological station of the Seismolab network, the Grenoble Observatory, 12 kilometers from the crash site, recorded the associated seismic event, determining the crash time as 10:41 and 5 seconds. The descent time from 38,000 feet was about 10 minutes. Radar observed an average descent rate around 3,400 feet mean. Rescue was raced to find the crash site for Germanwings Flight 9525. It takes an hour for searches to spot the first remains of the aircraft. Hope of finding survivors quickly fades as the aircraft seemed shattered into smaller pieces. All 150 occupants were killed. The enormity of the crash quickly sinks in. The crash is the deadliest air disaster in France since the 1981 crash of Inexadria Avia Promit Flight 1308, in which 180 people died, and the third deadliest French air disaster of all time, behind Flight 1308 and Turkish Airlines Flight 981. This was the first major crash of a civil airliner in France since the crash of Air France Flight 4590 on takeoff from Charles de Gaulle Airport in 2000. The aviation community needs an explanation. An investigation is opened up by the French Bureau of Inquiry. Analysis for Civil Aviation Safety, BO, joins in to help. They later conclude that the crash was deliberately caused by the actions of the co-pilot Andreas Lubitz. It was discovered that Lubitz was suffering from severe depression for multiple years leading to the crash. Lubitz had vision problems and ended up consulting more than 40 doctors. He feared he was going blind. He began showing symptoms of psychotic depression and had struggled to sleep for 5 years. Lubitz was advised verbally and through written notes from doctors that he was not mentally fit to fly, but he ignored them. The doctors who provided treatment for Lubitz failed to inform Lufthansa to advise them of his medical condition. German doctors didn't provide information to investigators in fear of being prosecuted. Lubitz's computer was searched and his search history included methods on committing suicide and cockpit door technology. It was also found that on the same day, he had tried to deliberately crash another aircraft on his previous flight from Dusseldorf to Barcelona. Following the accident, many airlines enforced a rule to ensure that there are at least 2 crew members in the flight deck at all times.